Got gunshots in the woods, guys.
All right, we have an officer down. It's going to be in the fields. There's horse fields over here. Start sending EMS up. Joe Bernie, near 440. Have them staged. Officer struck.
Introduce State Representative Marcus Richmond, who will be our guest speaker. Marcus, thank you for coming.
Thank you for everybody for having this opportunity to come out and spend some time. First of all, I'd just like to say that Senator Terry Rice sends his regrets. He wanted to be here, but he is the chairman of the AALC committee, and it's meeting all week this week, so he just couldn't make it. But today we're gathered to remember some very special people who served with honor and distinction. Those people include Charles Carter, Yale County Sheriff's Office, July 29, 1883. Malachi Thacker, Yale County Sheriff's Office, December 27, 1929. Dole Holstein, the Ola Police Department, August 6, 1995. And Kevin Mainhart, Yale County Sheriff's Office, May 11, 2017. You know, how do we honor such men? It's not with words. Let's just face it. Words are cheap. You hear politicians constantly talking about this service and that dedication and all those other things. That comes so easily to them. So it's not words that actually does the honor, but it's actions. And the very fact that you're here today, the very fact that they're taking the time to remember these men who gave it all, to honor them, and to show their families that we still remember, that we will not forget, and pay that respect to those families. That is a good start. Let's put that service and dedication and that sacrifice in perspective. See, most of us, if we have a family member or maybe even a close friend, if they're in danger, we will do all that we can possibly do to help those people and protect them. Law enforcement will do exactly the same thing. They will protect their friends. They will protect their community. They will also protect a complete stranger. You see, it doesn't matter if it's a Republican or a Democrat. It doesn't matter if they're conservative or liberal. It doesn't matter what church they go to, or even if they go to a church. It doesn't matter what team they root for. Now, we'll put a caveat in there. If you're rooting against the Razorbacks, you may very well get the ticket. You deserve it. But otherwise, they don't care. It just doesn't matter to them. The reason why you got to see something here, you got to never underestimate that commitment, because evil doesn't care either. Evil does not care about the victim and how tragically or terrible they hurt that victim. Evil will inflict pain on a victim just to relish that moment. But evil doesn't understand this force of good, which is our law enforcement officers. It does not understand the type of man who is dedicated, or the type of woman who loves freedom, who takes that oath and will give it their all to protect even a stranger. Generally speaking, when we look around, we see law enforcement, we'll see them in their vehicles, we'll see them doing their job, and it seems very routine to us. To some, it may even seem mundane. But I will tell you this. If you have never felt the alarm bells ringing in your body, that combination of fear and adrenaline, as you move towards danger instead of away from it, be grateful for that lack of experience. If you have never heard that zip, that angry song of death that those bullets make when they're tearing past your body, be grateful for that lack of experience. Be grateful that it has never been you that had to make that decision to end someone else's life. Be grateful that you have never had to try to revive somebody knowing that they were already gone. And be grateful that you've never walked beside or carried a coffin with somebody that you were humbled to call a friend as you take them to that last resting place. You know, earlier I said, how do you honor such men that have given their all? Well, I think the best way to do it is to honor those that are still serving, to have respect for those that are still serving. Be quick to open your eyes to the goodness that our law enforcement people do, and slow to open your mouth in criticism. We may not understand what it takes to have that kind of commitment, but it doesn't hurt to try to understand these men, what they do and what they go through. The other way is to teach our children that constitutional laws are there to protect us, not to hinder us, not to control us, to respect those laws and to respect the men and women that enforce those laws. Let us never forget the emotional drain that comes each and every time that one of these officers puts on his uniform and walks out that front door. That there is a mother, there's a father, there's a wife, and there's children, or there's a husband and children. So generally speaking, expect them to return in a few hours. But when that routine day turns into something else, they may never return. Let us never forget them. So let us keep it in perspective. These are not my words, but they're good words that I'm ready to speak now. And that is, to keep it in perspective, let's remember that ideas, family, and freedom are not protected by words. Paper and ink outline the foundations of principles of laws that protect you, me, and our society, but it is blood and only blood that protects us. So let us not forget the willingness of those men to stand between a stranger and evil. They'll stand between stranger and evil. They will certainly stand between you, me, and evil as well. And don't forget the fact that the willingness of them to risk it all for that stranger is something that we should be grateful for each and every day. So the next time you're minding your own business and slightly driving over the speed limit and those blue lights pull you over, don't start cussing under your breath or out loud. Save your outrage for the outrageous. And if he gives you a ticket, just say thank you. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you being so concerned about my safety that you pull me over and remind me that I need to slow down. Thanking that officer is not enough when you consider everything that they do for us, but it is a good start. Again, I am humbled to be here. I'm honored to be here in your presence. God bless all of you. God bless the state of Arkansas, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
I'd like to ask County Judge Jeff Gilkey to come up and make a few remarks.
Today, we're not only here to honor the fallen heroes, but to thank our current and past heroes as well. Thank you, law enforcement officers who protect Yale County and our cities. And thank you to the families who stand by their side. You all deserve our deepest respect. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge Gilkey. We will now honor the fallen. I'd like to ask Deputy Alex Radcliffe to come up and read the poem.
The job of a police officer is to run towards danger at the risk of his or her own life, to save or protect strangers. It was once a noble, respected profession, but today's culture has come to expect that many will die senselessly. Their death barely makes the local news.
Thank you, Alex. I would like to ask Sergeant Doug Carpenter to come up and read the prayer.
Almighty God, whose great power and eternal wisdom embraces the universe, watch over all of our policemen and law enforcement officers. Father in heaven, please give them the strength, courage, and perseverance to endure just commendation, danger, and physical abuse to which they are all subjected to. We recommended them to your loving care because their duties are dangerous. Dear God, grant these brave men your almighty protection. Unite them safely with their families after their duty has ended. Amen.
Thank you, Doug. I would again like to ask Alex Radcliffe to come up and Investigator Robert Cross, and they will do the lowering of the flags. right, I think that concludes our program. I forgot to thank Matt Hamrick for coming down and doing the taps for us. For everyone who took part in this ceremony, I can't thank you enough. For all of you coming out to honor these folks, I can't thank you enough. I'm honored to be here today, and I just want to give a little plug to my staff. They're the best. We'll have live refreshments in the break room and invite you all in to join with us. Come on inside where it's cool and fellowship. Thank you all for coming.